Give it up for the very funny Bryan 9. Let him have it! Keep it going for my man Bryan. Let him have
it. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. My wife had her baby shower yesterday. We're expecting our first baby boy next month, so looking forward to that. Thank you. So I've been spending some time in the toy store lately, something I'm not too familiar with. It's been a few years since I've been to Toys R Us, Babies R Us. And I don't know if you guys have seen the homeless Barbie that's out on the shelves these days. They're selling a homeless Barbie down, right?
No.
She lives in northern New Jersey. She's hitting the streets up in northern New Jersey, homeless Barbie with her boyfriend Hobo Ken. You guys know Hobo Ken in northern New Jersey? It's right up there across the path train. And speaking of northern parts of states, I just spent some time up in northern New York where, I don't know if you guys have seen where there's cows that just go for miles and miles along the road. That's all you see. It's not the skyscraper you see here in the city. There's cows everywhere. It reminded me of the time a few years ago I spent in seminary, learning to become a pastor, just learning what there was, the ins and outs of the Bible. And I had a cow in one of my classes, actually. And I said, well, what are you doing here? Like, how come you're a cow in this class learning to be a preacher? It turns out he just wanted to be pasteurized. You guys fans of boxing, UFC fighting? You guys like the weigh-ins? You guys, this past weekend there was a big UFC fight. I don't know if you guys have watched it at all. But I think what would make it more entertaining with the weigh-ins the day before the fight is if Keenan Ivory and Marlon and Damon hosted the weigh-ins. They could have the weigh-ins at the weigh-ins. You guys, I think it'd be a little bit more entertaining than just showing some weight up on the screen. I can toss some jokes around and check that out. I have a joke tonight for my Asian brother from another mother who's in the house. And you guys may not believe it, but I'm actually Asian myself. It's a little bit hard to tell because of how pale my skin is. But my mom actually met my dad when he was doing some work on her bathroom. And he was in charge of putting the grout between the tiles. He did most of the caulking work that was in the bathroom at our house. And that's how I became a caulk Asian. And, So speaking of plays on words, something I like to do, part of my comedy act. You guys walking through the streets these days and hear kids in the street saying, "Yo, brah, what's up, brah? Yo, you're my brah. Yo, you're my brah." And I think when people call me that, they just know that I'm a big supporter of boobs, so they call me their brah. You guys see the recent librarian that got arrested for driving while drunk? Yeah, they don't give librarians the breathalyzer test they give everybody else to check their blood alcohol content. They give them what's called the Dewey Decimal System. So they check their blood alcohol content with the Dewey Decimal System, the librarians. So I'm trying to lose some weight lately. I use a CPAP machine for my sleep apnea. For those of you that may not know what it is, it's a tube that runs from a machine and you have a mask on your face, put it over your head. And I've been wearing it for a couple of years now. It's really good for cuddling, actually. My wife in bed, I roll over to her, start blowing on her neck, and she's like, "Oh, honey, I love when you do that." And I'm like, "It's not me, it's the machine." And then she's like, "Yeah, I know." And she said, "You kind of sound like Darth Vader when you do that, actually. It's not really sexy when you sound like Darth Vader." And I say, "Sarah, I am your farter." that was me farting under the sheets. And little Darth Vader Skywalker humor for you. So the other night with my CPAP machine on, I had actually probably the worst dream you could have for somebody that had a CPAP machine. I dreamt I was being attacked by an octopus. No joke. I mean, my wife can vouch for me. I had an octopus on my back in my dream. I was flailing around in my dream. I fell out of bed. Literally, guys, I fell out of bed. 34-year-old guy. Don't think I've done that maybe since I was 6. I don't know how old I was, but fell out of bed. You can picture it with the CPAP machine then on your face and a tube coming out of it. Worst nightmare comes to real life and you're going around like this and you're like, "Get out the bus, it's real, it's here." So that was my night. My wife has slept in another bed since then. But that was my night with my Attack of the Octopus dream. And speaking of sea creatures, you guys, so there was this crab and a lobster. I don't know if you heard that they went out to dinner recently. They wanted to share their meal, but instead they were just 2 shellfish.